How do you survive the harshest winter without electricity, staying warm in negative 73-degree weather? How can you build a shelter using only snow and your own hands? And what's the secret behind constructing an igloo? Watch this video till the end to find out. While the rest of us complain about our outrageous heating bills and wrestle with glitchy thermostats, the Inuit have been handling mind-numbing cold for centuries, sometimes plummeting to a bone-chilling minus 73 degrees, all without a single watt of modern electricity. Their methods might just make you toss your thermostat in the trash. Let's explore how they've turned subarctic life into an art form of insulation, innovation, and downright genius. Most people dismiss igloos as emergency shelters, but the Inuit use them as cozy year-round homes. Picture a dome about 12 feet wide, perfect for a family of 5, or larger community igloos that can house up to 20 people. The real shocker, a well-built igloo can be up to 70 degrees warmer inside than the Arctic tundra outside. When it's minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit or even lower, stepping into a minus 5 degrees Fahrenheit interior can feel oddly tropical. Constructing an igloo is less like piling up snow and more like a high-stakes puzzle game, except messing up could be life-threatening. The Inuit select snow that's firm enough to cut into blocks, yet soft enough to shape, kind of like nailing that perfect avocado texture at the store. They carve each block with a slight angle, stacking them in a spiral so the blocks lock together like a living snow sculpture. Once the family moves in, body heat warms the inner walls just enough to melt a thin layer of snow, which then refreezes into a hardened ice shell. This protective crust can even handle a polar bear's weight, though nobody's volunteering for that experiment. The entrance tunnel sits lower than the main room, pulling cold air down and keeping warm air up where the family sleeps. It might be hard to believe, but frozen water is a rock star insulator. Each snowflake traps tiny pockets of air, and when you pack those flakes just right, it creates a natural insulation better than some modern foam. The Inuit often add an extra layer of loose snow around their igloos as a thermal blanket, one that never needs replacing and boasts a zero-carbon footprint. Snow's ability to trap heat is partly due to those countless air cells nestled between ice crystals, which slow down the transfer of warmth to the frigid outside. Even when fierce Arctic winds assault the igloo's walls, these small pockets keep interior temperatures relatively stable and draft-free. Some Inuit families smooth out or lightly compress fresh snow on the igloo's exterior to seal gaps and bolster its strength, further optimizing insulation. Another bonus? This protective shell of compacted snow also muffles external noise, making igloos surprisingly peaceful havens amid howling blizzards. Should the inner surface melt from body heat, it quickly refreezes into a sturdy ice layer that reinforces the shelter, making it even more resilient against the Arctic's punishing cold. While 30 degrees Fahrenheit might still sound cold, it's downright cozy compared to the negative 73 degrees Fahrenheit conditions outside. The remarkable temperature difference is thanks to the Inuit's mastery of insulation, using snow's natural properties to trap heat generated by cooking, body warmth, and even lamps fueled by seal blubber. Over time, the thin layer of ice that forms on the igloo's inner walls further boosts the structure's stability and heat retention. Considering you're sheltered from fierce Arctic winds, this seemingly modest temperature can feel almost tropical by comparison. It's a natural feat of engineering that demands skill, knowledge, and respect for the environment. Forget your 100-watt bulbs. A single human radiates about that same amount of warmth just by living and breathing. Now picture several people plus a pet or two, all bundled in a snug space. That adds up to a mini heating system, a trick the Inuit have used long before we started making memes about cuddle weather. Every motion, from cooking to storytelling, gently raises the temperature inside. As for the materials used for their clothing, the Inuit prefer them to be 100% natural, often using sealskin, which provides several extra benefits. Sealskins aren't just waterproof, they're incredibly supple, even at extreme sub-zero temperatures. Many Inuit garments are meticulously hand-stitched with sinew, which swells slightly when wet, sealing every seam against moisture intrusion. This ensures dryness and warmth in conditions that would render most modern fabrics useless. The use of sealskin extends to boots, called mucklucks, which flex easily to maintain circulation, key for preventing frostbite. Meanwhile, caribou fur feels surprisingly lightweight despite its impressive thermal properties, thanks to thousands of hollow hairs that trap air like a built-in heating system. Combined in strategic layers, these natural materials create a nearly unbeatable defense against the cold, outperforming even state-of-the-art synthetic winter gear. Regular boots often freeze stiff and lose their protective qualities in extreme cold, but Inuit monks sidestep these pitfalls brilliantly. Their construction from seal or caribou hide allows for natural flexibility, letting your ankles bend and your toes wiggle even at punishing temperatures. This freedom of movement not only keeps circulation flowing, which is crucial in preventing frostbite, but also enhances your awareness of the terrain beneath your feet. Whether you're crossing a slick glacier or stepping onto thin ice, the soft soles of mukluks deliver a tactile connection to the ground that modern rubber soles simply can't replicate. Plus, they retain warmth far better than synthetic materials, all while remaining lightweight, breathable, and impressively water-resistant. It's a design born from generations of practical Arctic innovation. Before we had electric heaters, or even Edison's light bulbs, the Inuit lit and heated their homes with carved soapstone lamps called kulik. Filled with seal blubber, they can burn for months, providing up to 250 watts of heat and light per lamp. The flames are so well controlled and smoke-free that people can dry clothes, cook meals, and even warm the entire igloo around these natural energy stars. Cooking inside a snow house might sound as crazy as grilling in your closet, but the heat from a small cooking fire or oil lamp can raise interior temps by another 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Inuit families often set their cooking area on a higher platform so the warm air circulates where they sleep. Moisture from the simmering stew even keeps the air pleasantly humid, unlike modern furnaces that turn your home into the Sahara. When you're trying to stay warm at negative 73 degrees Fahrenheit, every degree matters. The Inuit carve raised platforms from snow and top them with twigs and fur hides. It's the ultimate no-cost bed frame, ensuring cold air pools on the floor while warmth drifts upward. Over time, the top layer melts slightly and refreezes, moulding to your body. It's basically a custom-fit mattress, just made of snow instead of memory foam. Sure, staying still near a blubber lamp is nice, but the Inuit also knew that movement is key to not freezing. They keep blood flowing with simple exercises and day-to-day chores, anything from sewing to storytelling with active gestures. Studies confirm that light physical activity can raise your core temperature by a few degrees, a crucial buffer in Arctic conditions. Sometimes warming up is as simple as getting up and moving around. From carefully built igloos and ingenious insulation to sealskin clothing and blubber-powered lamps, the Inuit have been thriving in mind-boggling cold for generations. In a world where we panic at a mere drop below freezing, their centuries-old secrets show us how to harness natural materials and body heat with hardly any environmental impact. Next time you're tempted to crank your thermostat, remember the Inuit example, because at negative 73 degrees, they're still finding ways to stay comfortable, keep moving, and live life to the fullest.